Happy Friday. You know what? We're going to have a fun Friday dressed as pirates together. Yep. Welcome to the stream. Happy almost weekend. We made it. Of course, this weekend I'd be working a lot, so it's not really a weekend for me, but it still feels nice for it to be a weekend, and like I'm happy for people that don't have to work. I'm happy for the people that don't have to go to work. Her treasure chest be full for sure. Arr. Thank you, Frank. Hi. Hi, RGP. Hi, Monty B. Steve. Hi, Backhand and Ashley Lane and Mr. Fright Club. Kyle and Backhand over on Rumble. Tara Crystal, thank you. Thank you for, you sent this. It's Pirate Zia. And then, hi, Steven. Hi, ChemDog. Ashley is here. Oh, other Ashley Lane. Hi, Ashley Lane. Hi, Mountain Bee Steve. Hi, PC next Tuesday. Hi, Reese. Welcome. Oh, my goodness. Brian Kadersha. Hello, everybody. Frank. Another Frank in the chat. Hello, other Frank. Welcome to the stream. Hi, ChemDog. Before we get started, thank you guys so much for, we're at 7001. We're $129.99 away. Hi, you all. Floppy sword. There are pills for that. Do you suffer from a floppy sword? I'm Bob Dole. Oh, yes. Can you turn off the goal for 5 seconds?
What?
It's new background for gift purposes. Hi, Anthony. Brian, yuck. 540? Stupid drain pipes. Man, what happened to your toilet, Brian? I'm sorry. That sucks. I know. Franklin, no. Yeah, you're good. Hi, Big Daddy K. Welcome to the stream. ChemDog, I'll try not to, but I can't make any promises. Before we get started, I'm about to hear how much of a tart I am.
You broke it.
The older I get, the floppier my sword. Oh. I don't believe that for a second, RJP. Wait, can you guys not hear me again? Hi, Daniel Cantu. My favorite pirate? Sorry, you guys. Oh, my God. How did you get together?
Hi, Sha love and hugs heart.
Backhand, it's so many hearts I can't even count. Backhand, thank you so much for the love. And thank you so much. I'm 5'3", Billy. Billy, you're already banned.
He's right, though. That's true.
Well, I'm sorry. They don't make things for short people, apparently. What am I supposed to do? Why, where's it supposed to end? Isn't it supposed to be?
Yeah, it's your two.
Backhand, thank you so much for the love, and thank you so much for the hugs. And thank you so much for the bird. The bird. After a few hearts, it sounds like fart. Let's see, I'm glad that's what you're hearing, because I'm hearing other things. Thank you so much, Backhand, for the love and for the hugs, and for just for every stream you kick us off with happiness and positivities. Hi, Psychotic Mongoose.
Good evening, gorgeous and adorable Sha. It's only fitting you be a pirate since you have all the booty heart.
I plundered the booty. RTP, thank you so much. I love a good booty joke. RTP, thank you for the golden shower bird. Thank you. I don't know any female pirates in the history books. Do you know any female pirates?
No, just butt pirates.
Just butt pirates? Guys, I just found something out. RJP, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Happy Friday. Tomorrow is Saturday, which means you should have a lovely weekend off. That's what means you should have a lovely weekend off. Sorry, I'm just going to flop this sword around for a little while. Thank you so much. Hi, Saw. Hi, everybody new that came in. I saw you guys. I saw all you. I love y'all. Hi.
Arg, me Timberby shiver and think 'bout ye gumbo pot o' gold. Ha, ha ha ha, inappropriate.
Wait, I want to hear her read that one more time. Frank, Frank, I'm so sorry. You and me too, Frank. I'm so sorry. I hate it.
Arg, me Timberby shiver and think 'bout ye gumbo pot o' gold. Ha, ha ha ha, inappropriate.
You got a Frank, please. You got a Frank, please, from backhand. Thank you so much, Frank. Franklin, thank you so much. You freaking sweet. You're sweet, Franklin. You're sweet. That's what. Even if you're thinking about me, about ye gumbo pot of gold. Thank you so much. You pink boyed me. The stream just started. My hidden treasure does not have protection because it would have popped out the top. So we're just winging it. Winging it. First you're sweet, then you're sour. Franklin, thank you so freaking much. That's a pink boy. And we're at 70:01. We are 129.99 away from turning this into a bikini stream. And let me tell you right now, I have the perfect bikini in mind. The perfect bikini. Hi, David Butero. Welcome. I am a butt pirate. Yes. Frank, right? I know. Hi, Spike and Resolve. What's up? Welcome, you guys. Happy Friday. I'm going to be perfectly honest with y'all. I have, nothing planned for tonight. I was, just yawning as the stream started. I am so freaking tired. I slept like butt. Overall, I've been getting more better nights of sleep than bad nights of sleep, but last night was just a bad night of sleep. And I feel like I never really recovered. I did not get much done today either. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. And unfortunately, I feel kind of like butt about it. I really wanted to get some stuff done, and I kind of just third my way through the day. But we're here. Oh my God. I can draw a map to me treasures, matey. Hi, Marfin. Welcome to the stream. And it's really just an arrow that points down. Sorry. So we're just going to hang out. We're just going to hang out tonight, and we're going to chit chat. And we're going to wear this. Aw, Brian, yay. You know, you got to have gingery hair for that. I am going in to get my herded again on, I don't know, in like 2 weeks or something. And I was thinking about warming it up a little bit. Like a more golden-y color or something, or like a beigey gold. I don't know, something. Do it. We're going to do something. Hi, Black Hole Sun. X marks the spot. Hold on. Let me bend over. Sorry. What? Spike, have fun. Yeah, that's what I feel like. A Pirates of the Caribbean wench. Yes. Scallywags. All right, I'm probably going to take this hat off. Are there any music reactions here? Soldiers of the Sea from Return of the Obra Dinn is my request, if so. No, I don't do any music reactions because I keep getting copyright claimed for, at one point, it was music that was supposed to be copyright free, and I got copyright claimed on literally everything. So I just don't do music anymore. It's such a pain in the freaking butt. Salahoose, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Woo! Ha! 9.95. Oh my God, you guys, hold on. Where are we? I am gonna take this hat off. It's fun to wear, but it flops around on my head too much. It's flopping around on my head too much. Also, did you guys see the new edition? What's Cutthroat Island? Billy, it matters so much. I love when you tell me. Want to hear a pirate shanty that is public domain? Yes, but also still no, because I've used public domain stuff before and someone still does a copyright strike. So we just stopped completely. That's because we were doing that at one point, like public domain stuff. And it was, we were getting hit with, someone can just go through, even if it's public domain, and claim a copyright strike on it. And YouTube sucks so much. I did make it to my P.O. box, and YouTube sucks so much that they won't do anything about it. You're like, hey, this isn't a copyright song. And they're like, well, someone claimed it. It's so lame. Isn't he cute? He's flipping people off, but he's cute. I know, RJP. I got to put the sword down. I'm going to hurt myself. It's going to happen. Cutthroat Island. Hi, Evan. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Movie about a female pirate going after a treasure while chased by her uncle. I've never heard of that one. What, when did this come out? What year? It's the auto report bots the record labels have on YouTube affecting them a lot. Yeah, it like really, yeah, they scam YouTube like that. It's such a pain in the ass. It honestly is frustrating. For a while there, like now I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'm not playing anything. But yeah, it's either bots or people just scamming so that they can get the ad revenue from whatever. They're like, we don't care. We just copyright claim everything. Of course, they're from Germany. Don't even get me started on these other countries. Today is a show where we get to see Xia's pirate booty without getting banned on YouTube. Uh-huh. 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 Hi, AV Tom. Hi, Michael Coulter. Hi. What's up? Welcome. Oh, and Indians too. Yeah. It's so insane. You can fight it, but YouTube doesn't really do anything about it because we tried and they were just like, no. We never got anywhere with it. Cutthroat Island was one of the biggest box office flops ever. Really? Wait, when did it come out? I think Cutthroat Island is one of the biggest box office bombs of the 90s. Okay, the 90s. Got it. What's up, traveling fools? No, I never did Black Hole Sun, but you know what? I feel like I need to, right? Why not? I feel like it's one of those, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a legend at this point, you know? Oh, there's a new Halloween sale at Dolls Kill. God, you guys, don't let me do it. Thank you, Tara Crystal. Let me see. I'm going to look up Cutthroat Island. Let's see. With Gina Davis. Yeah, I never saw this. 1995. Gina Davis and Matthew Modine. Who the hell is Matthew Modine? I don't even recognize this guy. Oh, wait, maybe I do, but I've only ever seen him older. Maybe. 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, yeah, it didn't do great. Oh my God. He's the dude from Stranger Things. I've never seen him that young. Pyramid 7, thank you so much. Hi, Alexander the Great. What's The Howling? $98 million budget, made $10 million. Oof. That's painful. Is this one of those ones that's like fun to watch for just for funsies reasons, or is it really like, is it bad? Gina Davis. Christopher Masterson. Is that the one that didn't go to jail? I mean, Frank Langella, that dude, didn't he just pass away? No, he's still alive. He always plays a bad guy. He's from Bayonne, New Jersey. Oh, that's so funny. Whoa. I didn't know this. In 2022, following investigations into claims of sexual harassment on set, Langella was fired from the Fall of the House of Usher and replaced by Bruce Greenwood. Fall of the House of Usher was good. Howling is a Werewolf movie. Was it good? I gotta start watching some spooky movies. I gotta start watching some stuff. I'm not watching anything. That's why I gotta do my work. He's Joker in Full Metal Jacket. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like picturing the face now. What's up, Connor Ware? Welcome to the stream. I've never seen it. We're talking about that. This movie is nobody has ever watched, but everyone loves it after viewing it. Okay, all right. I mean, I like Gina Davis. The Howling is on Tubi right now. Tubi's free, right? I should download that. Howling is the best werewolf movie ever. When did this come out? Full Metal Jacket's a great movie. I haven't seen that in a hot minute. Probably time for a rewatch. Is it good, Alexander? Did you like it? Howling? Okay. I gotta start. I still want to watch Weapons. I haven't seen that. I need to watch Weapons. That is on, I think I saw it on Prime or maybe Max. I don't know. One of those. Oh, early 80s. Okay. So it's like an older movie. Frank.
Fuck yeah.
Frank, you gotta fuck yeah. I know Connor's sister, Tupper. Tupperware. I also never saw an American Werewolf in London, but I want to watch that too. All right. Howling and oh wait, no. I watched Weapons. It was good. I want to watch it. What's up, Fine Again? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I might do. It's scary that an early 80s movies is now an oldie. RJP, that's how I feel every time I see like Green Day on classic rock stations. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Hi, JK. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way. I'm doing things. I want to look like a, hold on. There. Now I look like one of the olden time ladies that has the hair up in the thing, and it's like. Hi Ravenclaw, welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We made it. Hi James Evans. What's up? Marfin, that's because we're all heathens and we all follow the same sort of dirty joke line or like thought line. Honestly, I think we do. My favorite pirate. Who's live streaming tonight? Everybody live streaming tonight on a Friday night? Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, Scott. Yay. Yay. I'm a hot heathen pirate. And for the bikini, I did have an idea that works, I think. I do believe this is something of a pirate bikini. Steve, it will come down later when we put the bikini on. If the streak continues tonight, what are we at, backhand? 95, 96? Oh, God, I got to start planning for the long stream. I got to pick a day and start planning for the long stream. This is piratey. Ah, Black Hole Sun.
Fuck yeah.
Home run. Thank you, Scott. I'm the pirate queen. Anyway, I thought this might look kind of piratey, so we could do this one today. $2.95. Thank you, backhand. Sorry, James. When, not if. Hi, Alex M. Welcome. Definitely pirate. Yeah, I thought so. Heck yeah. Pirate. Arr, Steve, get ready to walk the plank for me, matey. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what you're talking about, Marfin. This is where it's supposed to fit. This is what the stream is going to be tonight, you guys. Black Hole Sun. Did I miss the good ones? Did I miss all the good ones? I know I've seen the Amish Paradise video, but I don't remember it. Definitely not the faces. Thanks, RJP. I will. No, just doing a little different color, RJP. I'm not going to cut it again. I'm going to grow it out. I'm going to grow it back out to me long locks. Hi, JS Pena. Welcome to the stream. All right, sorry. I said I was going to put this down because I'm going to hurt myself. Maybe someone else. I believe you, Black Hole Sun. I believe in you. My favorite pirate, Tom Brady, for one Super Bowl run. Just the one? Just the one? This feels like a fancy skirt. See, I didn't know about this Grace O'Malley. I don't know about. She's a Irish pirate commander. Guys, what I really want to do is snack. I just want to snack on things. I'm so hungry. I think I'm, depending on what my weight is on Monday, if it's in the 115s, I'm going to start my reverse diet on Monday, I think. Although I considered starting it now. Because usually you lose another pound or two on the way up to maintenance. Gemma. Hi, Gemma. Hi, welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Happy Friday. I don't know what day it is. You don't know what day it is. We know what day it is. I know what day it is. I rock pirates. They fried the pranes. Sorry. Anna's doing IRL stream and punching one of those punch force bags. Where's Anna streaming? Ronry. I am so Ronry. I remember the Brady Bunch. Dead Pirate Roberts. Wesley from The Princess Bride. Best answer. That answer wins. That answer wins. Yes, the Dread Pirate Roberts. You know, I rewatched Princess Bride like somewhat recently. Like within the past few years or whatever. And you just forget. It's just such a goddamn good movie. It's just such a good movie. This pirate may not have a peg leg, but he has a third one and it's hard as wood right now. Arr.
Fuck yeah. Go on now. God damn it.
As you wish. Yeah, that was like, yeah, that's such a good movie. Everything about it. It's not just a love story. It's also full of adventure and friendship and I don't know, other stuff. I gotta see it, please. I don't remember the Amish Paradise video. Oh God, I know I've seen it. Living in the Amish Paradise. Curse of the Black Spot with the 11th Doctor. Chemdog, I remember that episode vaguely. We never got there in our rewatch, and I want to go back to the rewatch. Yeah, comedy. There you go. Fantastic cast. Alexander, why do you do this to me? Rob Reiner is a complete nutcase these days, but he directed some good movies back in the day. Yeah, it's, you know what I think is wrong with a lot of these? I know, James Evans. I need to again, most of my sleep has been a lot better. And so for the most part, I am sleeping better. But yesterday, last night I slept like garbage. And then Tuesday night I slept like garbage. Or no, Monday night into Tuesday I slept like garbage. But Tuesday night after the workout stream, I think I slept for what was my math on that? I think I slept for like 9.5 hours. I slept for close to 10 hours. It felt so good. Hi, Courtney. Welcome to the stream. Oh my God. Should I tell spoopy stories tonight? Should I? I think I should. It's inconceivable. Yeah, if you haven't seen Princess Bride, I cannot recommend it enough. It's so good. It's such a good movie. Should we watch I mean, should we do spooky stories? I think I have some ghost story stuff that we can read. I'm pretty sure I do. Would that be fun? Oh my goodness. With a pirate accent the whole time. Hi, it's always sunny in Tulsa. Welcome. We could do some spooky stories if you guys want. I would do some. Your doctors haven't given you anything to help you sleep yet? No, I don't want anything to help me sleep. I'm trying to do it the natural way. I'm trying to do, hi, lovely Sherry. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We made it. Hi, pretty lady. Oh, let's do a good spoopy story. Okay. Hell yes. I went to a doctor, this was years ago, and I was like, I want to like run my vitamin panel, blah, blah, all that stuff. And all he did was give me a sleeping pill. And I was like, this is not what I wanted. So I'm trying to do it. Yeah, I'm trying to do it the healthy, natural way, getting my sleep back on track. Like I said, for the most part, it's been a lot better. And I think it's the vitamins. There's a couple more I want to get because I have magnesium and vitamin D3, which is huge in regulating your sleep. And so I think that made a really, really big difference. And apparently most people are deficient. I don't spend a lot of time in the sun. I got B12, which is really for energy and red blood and all that schnat. But I want to get L-theanine. So I have a theory that, hi, Scooter Smith, welcome. I have a theory that pirates were started by Irish slaves. Ooh, I don't know anything about it, but that sounds legitimate, and I like it. I like it. My eyes could light a continent. Jeez Louise, Reese, you are just really smooth, and that's so sweet. Thank you. My God. My God. Thank you. And hi. I hope the busy is good busy. JK, yeah, my sleep has been a tremendous challenge. Thank you, JK. It really is, for the most part, getting a lot better. I think some of my sleep issues are definitely tied to like a little stress and anxiety. Hi, Joseph. Welcome. So, Black hole sun, that's not a bad idea. That would probably help a lot. That is not a bad idea. Why else do pirates talk like that? Also, the Irish were enslaved in the do you say Caribbean or Caribbean? Now I'm self-conscious. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. Ice made you incontinent. Vitamin C and D3 as well as vitamin B12. I try to do that as often as possible. Yeah, I could probably add a vitamin C into the mix too. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I take B12 and D3 every day, and magnesium every day as well. But I want to add the L-theanine in. I looked into that, and I think it should also help. M.A. Hi, M.A. Welcome to the stream. So many pretty ladies in my chat. Yeah, is it Caribbean or Caribbean? Caribbean. Yes, okay. Well, I'll do spooky stories. We'll do spooky stories. Okay, these eyes. Hi. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. Pirates really became a thing in the 1500s. The Spanish were getting a lot of gold from South America. Privateers were hired to rob the ships. And then what did they go off on their own? And they're like, now we're pirates. Arr. Arr. You can say it either way. Dalish or Ellie should be back on soon. I love both of them. Okay. I'm going to go see what scary book stories I have, and I'll be right back. Be right back. I'm also going to pee. Guys, we are $129.99 away from Bikini $295. The streak is, we're going for 3. Holy crap. Yeah, we have a flashlight. I was like, do we have a flashlight? Yeah, we do. Oh, damn it. Oh, okay. I was like, why did it not work? Why did it not work? Hi, Kevin in Albuquerque. Welcome to the stream. So this is what I have. Ghostly Tales. Ghostly Tales, spine-chilling stories of the Victorian age. Oh, RJP, perfect. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Okay. We have bathroom breaks. Bathroom breaks are a good thing. Caribbean is a noun, the region. Caribbean is the adjective, the Caribbean islands. The region is the Caribbean. All right, we learned something today. Port Royal, a small pirate island in the Caribbean. An earthquake hit it and the entire city sunk. That led to theories about the area belonging to mythical Atlantis. Oh, snap. What's the one that's made of gold? Jesse Seepman, hello. Alex M. Also, hello. Welcome to the stream. Arr, the pirate booty be back here, matey. All right, it's gonna be a spooky stories, okay? We're gonna read a spooky stories. Is this? Yeah, it is. They're different stories. Okay, I was like, is it one story or different stories? All right, let's read one. El Dorado. That's the one. Thank you. Yes, El Dorado, the city of gold. And wait, is Atlantis the lost city of gold or just the lost city? Which one is the gold one? Yeah, gold is booty. The phrase ahoy used in pirate films is actually Bohemian, aka Czech, and is properly spelt ahoy. I don't know. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say that. When you take vitamin C, make sure it also has vitamin K12 in it. That helps deliver the C to your bones. I also heard that K2 is good for helping your body absorb D3 as well or something like or was it K12? What was it? I have it written down. I've been taking all these vitamin notes. I'm like, get my vitamins right. Oh, K3. K3. That's what it is. K2, K3, for Pete's sake. All right, let's go. Oh, whistle, and I'll come to you, my lad. M.R. James. I suppose you will be getting away pretty soon. Now full term is over, Professor, said a person not in the story of the professor. You know what I need? I need my glasses. I'm a silly goose.
Don't tell too scary a story. I might pee myself.
Franklin, you sweet little gem, you. As soon as I get up. Damn, my glasses are dirty. I was like, I can't see anything. Frank, thank you so much. Don't tell too scary a story. I might pee myself. Better to pee instead of poo-poo. Thank you. Thank you so much, Franklin, for Pete's sake. And you also evened it. You evened it and got us halfway there. Literally evened it and got us halfway there. Franklin, thank you so much. Thank you. So I didn't have to think of what the number was with 99 in my brain the whole time. I was like, it's like something 99. Frank, thank you. You're amazing. Seriously, that's an orange boy. That's an orange boy. Have you ever seen a pirate with glasses on? I don't know. I have a weak old bladder. I kind of have a weak bladder as well. It's mostly just small. And sometimes if I have to pee really bad and I sneeze, a little bit of pee comes out. Don't tell anyone, okay, you guys? That's just our secret. Thank you so much, Frank. We're halfway. We're halfway to Bikini. We are 50% of the way there. We are 100 away from Pirate Bikini Scary Spooky Stories. I have to calm down. Because we're getting worked up. Yeah. Okay. Everybody ready for the scary stories? Franklin, maybe get a pee pad just in case. I have one under the chair. Oh, on Black Sails they have pirates with glasses? Great, perfect. Perfection. Thank you, Spike. I sneeze and most of my bodily fluids fly. Just in a whatever direction they could be in. You know what, MA? I hate to say this. I've never watched any of the Muppet movies, and I've just never been super interested in watching the Muppet movies. I don't know what it is. I've never been like, yes. No, Carlos, it's pre-Halloween, damn it. Sorry, calm down, Zia. Alexander, sometimes. Not that much. Okay, I suppose you will be getting away pretty soon. Now full term is over, Professor, said a person not in on the story to the professor of ontography. Soon after, they had sat down next to each other at a feast in the hospitable hall of St. James College. The professor was young, neat, and precise in speech. Yes, he said, my friends have been making me take... Oh, who did it? RJP, thank you so much. I said, oh, who did it? RJP with 5, and he said, sexy librarian pirate is a good look for you. Heart, heart, heart. 3 hearts. RJP, thank you so much. You sweet gem you. That got us over. Yes, it does, Carlos. Yes, it does. Don't you argue with me. I'll ban you. It's pre-Halloween now. RJP, thank you so much. You got us over halfway, too. Now we're over the halfway mark. We're just 95 away. That's it. That's all. Putting the bikini on and hanging out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, we got... Oh, shit, well, we got till 10, Brian. Then we losing it. All right, so... Yes, he said, my friends have been making me take up golf this term, and I mean go to the East Coast, and a point of fact, to Burnstow. I dare say you know it, for a week or 10 days to improve my game. I hope to get off tomorrow. Oh, Pawkins, said his neighbor on the other side, if you are going to Burnstow, I wish you would look at the site of the Templars Preceptory. Preceptory. Templars Preceptory, and I'm focusing too much on my accent. And let me know if you think it would be any good to have a dig there in the summer. It was, as you might suppose, a person of antiquarian pursuits who said this, but since he merely appears in this prologue, there is no need to give his entitlements. Oh, thank you. Certainly, said Parkins, the professor. If you will describe to me where about the site is, I will do my best to give you an idea of the lie of the land when I get back. Or I could write to you about it if you would tell me where you are likely to be. Don't trouble to do that, thanks. It's only that I'm thinking of taking my family in that direction in the long, and it occurred to me that, as very few of the English preceptories have ever been properly planned, I might have an opportunity of doing something useful on off days. The professor rather sniffed at the idea, and planning out a preceptory could be described as useful, his neighbor continued. The site, I doubt if there is anything showing above ground, must be down quite close to the beach now. The sea has encroached tremendously, as you know, all along that bit of coast. I should think, from the map, that it must be about 3/4 of a mile from the Globe Inn, at the north end of the town. Where are you going to stay? Well, at the Globe Inn, as a matter of fact, said Parkins. I have engaged a room there. I could get it anywhere else. Most of the lodging houses are shut up in winter, it seems. I couldn't get in anywhere else. And, as it is, they tell me that the only room of any size I can have is really a double-bedded one, and that they haven't a corner in which to store the other bed, and so on. But I must have a fairly large room, for I am taking some books down, and mean to do a bit of work, and though I don't quite fancy having an empty bed, not to speak of 2, and what I may call for the first time being my study, I suppose I can manage to rough it for the short time I shall be there. Is it missing me? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Hello? Do you call having an extra bed in your room roughing it, Parkins? Said a bluff person opposite. Look here, I shall come down and occupy it for a bit. It'll be company for you. The professor quivered, but managed to laugh in a courteous manner. By all means, Roger, there is nothing I should like better. But I'm afraid you would find it rather dull if you don't play golf, do you? No, thank heaven, said rude Mr. Rogers. Well, you see, when I'm not writing, I shall most likely be out on the links, and that, as I say, would be rather dull for you, I'm afraid. Oh, I didn't know. There's certain to be somebody I know in this place, but of course, if you don't want me, speak the word, Parkins. I shan't be offended. Truth, as you always tell us, is never offensive. Hello. Hello. Everybody can hear? I'm fine. Okay, just you, Putrid. I think just you. Parkins was indeed scrupulously polite and strictly truthful. It is to be feared that Mr. Rogers sometimes practiced upon his knowledge of these characteristics. In Parkins' breast, there was a conflict now raging. Parkins has breasts, which for a moment or two did not allow him to answer. That interval being over, he said, well, if you want the exact truth, Rogers, I was considering whether the room I speak of would really be large enough to accommodate us both comfortably, and also whether, mind, I shouldn't have said this if you hadn't pressed me, you would not constitute something in the nature of a hindrance to my work. Rogers laughed loudly. Well done, Parkins, he said. It's all right. I promise not to interrupt your work. Don't disturb yourself about that. No, I won't come if you don't want me, but I thought I should do so nicely to keep the ghosts off. Here might have been seen to wink and to nudge his next neighbor. Parkins might have also been seen to become pink. There we go. I beg pardon, Parkins, Roger continued. I oughtn't have said that. I forgot you didn't like levity on these topics. Well, Parkins said, as you have mentioned the matter, I freely own that I do not like careless talk about what you call ghosts. A man in my position, he went on, raising his voice a little, cannot, I find, be too careful about appearing to sanction the current beliefs on such subjects. As you know, Rogers, or as you ought to know, for I think I have never concealed my views. No, you certainly have not, old man, put in Rogers. I hold that any semblance, any appearance of concession to the view that such things might exist is equivalent to a renunciation of all that I hold most sacred. But I am afraid I have not succeeded in securing your attention. Your undivided attention was what Dr. Blimber actually said. Rogers interrupted with every appearance of an earnest desire for accuracy. But I beg your pardon, Parkins. I'm not stopping you. Oh, I'm stopping you. A conflict in breasts is a big problem. I know. That was a problem that I was having before I got my breasts done. I was having a real conflict in breasts. I was like, which size do I get? I think it worked out. No, not at all, said Parkins. I don't remember Blimper. Perhaps he was before my time, but I needn't go on. I'm sure you know what I mean. Yes, yes, said Rogers rather hastily. Just so. We'll go into it fully at Burnstow, or somewhere. In repeating the above dialogue, I have tried to give the impression which it made on me that Parkins was something of an old woman, rather hen-like perhaps, in his little ways, totally destitute, alas, of a sense of humor, but at the same time dauntless and sincere in his convictions, and a man deserving of the greatest respect. Whether or not the reader has gathered so much, that was the character which Parkins had. I don't think I could read this in a Svetlana voice. I have to focus too much on doing the accent that I think I would stumble too much over the words. Also, hi, Hatebreed. Welcome to the stream. On the following day, Parkins did, as he had hoped, succeed in getting away from his college and arriving in Burnstow. He was made welcome at the Globe Inn, was safely installed in the large double-bedded room, of which we have heard, and was able, before retiring, to arrange his materials for work in apple pie order upon a commodious table which occupied the outer end of the room and was surrounded on three sides by windows looking out seaward. That is to say, the central window looks straight out to the sea, and those on the left and right command prospects along the shore to the north and south respectively. On the south, you saw the village of Burnstow. On the north, no houses were to be seen, but only the beach and the low cliff backing it. Immediately in front was a strip, not considerable, of rough grass, dotted with old anchors, capstans, and so forth. Then a broad path, then the beach. Whatever may have been the original distance between the Globe Inn and the sea, not more than 60 yards now separated them. The rest of the population of the inn was, of course, a golfing one, and included few elements that call for a special description. The most conspicuous figure was, perhaps, that of an ancien militaire, secretary of a London club, and possessed a voice of incredible strength and views of pronouncedly Protestant type. These were apt to find utterance after his attendance upon the ministrations of the vicar, an estimable man. I was like, that's not right. Estimable man with an inclinations towards a picturesque ritual, which he gallantly kept down as far as he could, out of deference to East Anglian tradition. Lord. Thanks, Tara Crystal. Thanks, James Evans. Welcome. Putrid, it seems like everybody else is hearing me okay. Am I like coming in and out for anyone? Professor Parkins, one of whose principal characteristics was pluck, spent the greater part of the day following his arrival at Burnstow. I read stuff with this archaic English all the time. I know. This is such hilariously archaic proper English. I'm good. All right. Honestly, it seems fine for everybody. Professor Parkins, one of whose principal characteristics was pluck, spent the greater part of the day following his arrival at Burnstow and what he had called improving his game in company with the Colonel Wilson. And during that afternoon, whether the process of improvement were to blame or not, I am sure, the Colonel's demeanor assumed a coloring so lurid that even Parkins jibbed at the thought of walking home with him from the links. He determined, after a short and furtive look, that bristling mustache and those incarnadined features, that it would be wiser to allow the influences of tea and tobacco to do what they could do with the Colonel before the dinner hour should render a meeting inevitable. I might walk home tonight along the beach, he reflected. Yes, and take a look. There will be light enough for that, at the ruins of which Disney was talking. I don't exactly know where they are, by the way, but I expect I can hardly help stumbling on them. This he accomplished, I may say, in the most literal sense, for in picking his way from the links to the shingle beach, his foot caught partly in a gorse root and partly in a biggish stone, and over he went. When he got up and surveyed his surroundings, he found himself in a patch of somewhat broken ground covered with small depressions and mounds. These latter, when he came to examine them, proved to be simply masses of flints embedded in mortar and grown over with turf. He must, he quite rightly concluded, be on the side of the preceptory he had promised to look at. It seemed not unlikely to reward the spade of the explorer. Enough of the foundations was probably left at no great depth to throw a good deal of light on the general plan. He remembered vaguely that the Templars, to whom the site had belonged, were in the habit of building around churches, and he thought a particular series of the humps or mounds near him did appear to be arranged something of a circular form. Few people can resist the temptation to try a little amateur research in a department quite outside their own, if only for the satisfaction of showing how successful they would have been had they only taken it up seriously. Our professor, however, if he felt something of this mean desire, was also truly anxious to oblige Mr. Disney. So he placed with care the circular area he had noticed and wrote down its rough dimensions in his pocketbook. Then he proceeded to examine an oblong eminence which lay east of the center of the circle, and seemed to his thinking likely to be the base of a platform or altar. At one end of it, the northern, a patch of turf was gone, removed by some boy or some other creature. Ferae naturae? It might, he thought, be as well to probe the soil here for evidence of masonry, and he took out his knife and began scraping away the earth. And now followed another little discovery. A portion of soil fell inward as he scraped, and disclosed a small cavity. He lighted one match after another to help him see of what nature the hole was, but the wind was too strong for them all. By tapping and scratching the sides with his knife, however, he was able to make out that it must be an artificial hole in masonry. It was rectangular, and on the sides, top, and bottom, if not actually plastered, were smooth and regular. Of course it was empty. No. As he withdrew the knife, he heard a metallic clink, and when he introduced his hand, it met with a cylindrical object lying on the floor of the hole. Naturally enough, he picked it up, and when he brought it into the light, now fast fading, he could see that it, too, was of man's making. A metal tube about 4 inches long, and evidently of some considerable age. Oh, snap. By the time Parkins had made sure that there was nothing else in this odd receptacle. It was too late and too dark for him to think of undertaking any further search. What he had done had proved so unexpectedly interesting that he determined to sacrifice a little more of the daylight on the morrow to archaeology. The object which he now had safe in his pocket was bound to be of some slight value at least, he felt sure. I know. I thought the same thing. There's so many innuendos. Dark hole, what nature the hole was. I know. Hey, Eric, what's up? Oh my gosh. Putrid, I was trying to read this with a British accent earlier, but I was having a hard time reading and trying to do the accent at the same time. It's ghostly tales, spine-chilling stories of the Victorian age. So, like, the way that it's written makes a lot of sense. Bleak and solemn was the view on which he took the last look before starting homeward. A faint yellow light in the west showed the links, on which a few figures moving toward the clubhouse were still visible. The squat Martello Tower, the lights of Aldsey Village, the pale ribbon of sands intersected at intervals by black wooden groinings, the dim and murmuring sea. The wind was bitter from the north, but was at his back when he set out for the globe. He quickly rattled and clashed through the shingle and gained the sand, upon which, but for the groinings, which had to be got over every few yards, the going was both good and quiet. One last look behind to measure the distance he had made since leaving the ruined Templars' church showed him a prospect of company on his walk in the shape of a rather indistinct personage who seemed to be making great efforts to catch up with him, but made little, if any, progress. I mean that there was an appearance of running about his movements, but that distance between him and Parkins did not seem material to lessen. So at least Parkins thought, and decided that he almost certainly did not know him, and that it would be absurd to wait until he came up. For all that, company, he began to think, would really be very welcome on that lonely shore, if only you could choose your companion. In his unenlightened days, he had read of meetings in such places, which even now would hardly bear thinking of. He went on thinking of them, however, until he reached home, and particularly of one which catches most people's fancy at some time of their childhood. Now I saw in my dream that Christian had gone but a very little way when he saw a foul fiend coming over the field to meet him. What should I do now, he thought. If I looked back and caught sight of a black figure sharply defined against the yellow sky and saw that it had horns and wings, I wonder whether I should stand or run for it. Luckily, the gentleman behind is not of that kind, and he seems to be about as far off now as when I first saw him. Well, at this rate, he won't get the dinner as soon as I shall, and dear me, it's within a quarter of an hour the time now. I must run. Parkins had, in fact, very little time for dressing. When he met the colonel at dinner, peace, or as much of her as that gentleman could manage, reigned once more in the military bosom. Military bosom! What? What did I just look up at? I just looked up at the biggest purple tip ever. The biggest purple tip ever. Slosher, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a purple tip. And he said, a woman reading. This is basically witchcraft. Tis the season. Tis the season for witchcraft. Oh, for Pete's sake. Hi, Slosher. We're telling a spooky story. We better get to the spooky stuff soon. You know, this type of writing is fine. It's all flowery and it sounds lovely, but it sounds lovely and everything, but get to the damn point. For Pete's sake. I mean, it's much ado about nothing. Slosher, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are at 1:55. We are just 45 away from turning this into a bikini reading stream. Slosher, you were the best. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. We made it. You can't stop the innuendos. Okay. All right. We're continuing the story, but Slosher, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Hi, Dalish. Welcome to the stream, pretty lady. Dicky Boy Peanuts, what's up? Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, let's go. You also missed this gem from Billy. Billy Shaw is HP Lustcraft. Hubba hubba.
Go on now.
Is it really an old ghost story or just written in that style? Slasher, I don't actually know. This is book that I bought a while back, but I never actually read it. Ghostly Tales, spine-chilling stories of the Victorian age. So I don't know if this collection of tales will transport you to a time when staircases creaked in old manor houses and a candle could be blown out by a gust of wind or a passing ghost. Penned by some of the greatest Victorian novelists and masters of the ghost story genre, these stories come alive alongside exquisitely eerie art in this special illustrated edition. I have seen no art yet. I don't see any art in here. Okay, wait, here's one. Yeah, there's one. There are a couple pieces of art, not many. We're about, what do we got? We're on page 18, and there's 31 pages. 31 pages to go. Are you intrigued with the story, Tara Crystal? Okay, that's good. That makes me happy. I know, Sasha, how can you read a book with no pictures? What kind of crap is that? Hi, DNA. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. I keep saying Tuesday. It's not Tuesday. It's Friday. We're doing a Friday stream. I need to get my shiz together. Slasher, what is that quote from? Why is that so familiar? No pictures. How can you read that? That's from something, right? Gaston would not be impressed. Is that no one eats like Gaston and freaks like Gaston and Brent? But Marfin, they said that there's illustrations, and I don't see any illustrations. Ravenclaw. That's another 5 from Ravenclaw. We're at 160. 40 away from Bikini reading stream. Hail pirate Queen Heathen Xia from the Hawaiian Islands of America. Since you're a pirate, I suggest Pirates, the most expensive corn ever made, for movie night on Discord. We would all cheer for melons, sausages, and kittens. Love Asian. Simp, 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 simp. Ravenclaw, it's so funny that you... It is. Okay. That one. Wow. I haven't watched Beauty and the Beast since I was probably like 10. I don't know. So long. A pie face, hi. Thank you. Yes, I decided to go out on the open sea. This is how my father made it to Hawaii. So, you know, I was like, I gotta take after my pops. We're going out onto the open sea, and wherever we land is where we're gonna land. All right, I don't know what that was. Okay, so anyway, thank you. So I gotta watch Beauty and the Beast. Not the singing one though. Why do they sing? Just wanna fast forward through the sing. Pirate. Ravenclaw, thank you. Sorry. Pirate Bikini, we're close. We're only 40 away from a pirate bikini. Slasher, Ravenclaw, RJP, Franklin, RJP again. No! RJP, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Oh my God. Now we're just 35 away. This is cutting into my spicy stream donation tomorrow night. Free advertisement for tomorrow's stream. RGP, yes, thank you so much. I am doing a spicy stream tomorrow on the spicy site. Make sure you're subbed over there if you don't want to miss it. It's such a fun stream. Plus the goals are much, much spicier than they are over here. Thank you so much. Yes, and I'm streaming over there tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. It is always such a fun stream. I have to like organize how I want to do it. I was looking for like card games or die that I could like use for the stream, but everything I found, you had to have a partner. And so I was like, I need to do more research, but I was not finding what I wanted. The spicy site. Yes. You know which one. I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube because YouTube is lame. Did you ever see Beauty and the Beast TV show? The one with Ron Perlman that was it Ron Perlman? Where I've never seen it, but I'm aware of it. Where he looks like something out of a frickin' yes, Ron Perlman, like something out of a nightmare. I never actually watched it though. Was it good? Oh, was it Linda Hamilton? I didn't realize it was Linda Hamilton in that. Yeah. Oh, Ravenclaw, hopefully you make it. But otherwise, have fun at LA Comic-Con. That sounds great. All right, guys, shall we continue our story? For everyone who is very captivated. Spicy tomorrow. You need to co-stream with Mint. I wonder if you could do, it's just hard because you can't, like, it's always stuff that you're doing with a partner. So it's like we can't do it on our own, which is so frustrating. It would, if we were in the same place, that would work. Yeah, he looked like a weird lion, man. He looks better as the beast. But I do want to co-stream with Mint. I feel like that would be fun. There's a few people that like do spicy streams that I feel like it'd be fun to co-stream with. Then we could have like different spicy goals. I don't know. Something like that. I gotta think of, we couldn't do, Ellie. I would love to stream with Ellie. We couldn't do anything together, but we could do like, I don't know. We could do like tandem stuff, right? That would be really fun. RJP, thank you so much again. Thank you so much again. He was a great Hellboy. He was the best Hellboy. Hi, Scruggs Corp. Welcome to the stream. Who else was it that I would like to do some stuff with? I don't think Wicked Virtue does that type of content. Does she? I just didn't know about it. Tara Crystal. Was he nice? Do you know if she was nice? Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to invite anyone on the 300 episode that wants to come on. So if people can make it, they can make it. If not, that's okay too. Gotta keep the streak. We're 35 away. We're only 35 away from continuing the streak. Ron Perlman's faces from the days of Cro-Magnon, man. I know. He has, and those like insane freaking eyebrows that, what's it called? That thing. You know what I'm saying. That. Damn it, why can't I think of what it's called right now in my brain? James Evans, I was thinking about putting Nick in this chair with a pair of boobs on and a wig. I have a blonde wig. It would work. It would work. Furrowed brow. Yeah. No, not a brow. Yeah, it's like brow bones. Thank you. Not a unibrow. But although he probably does have a unibrow if he doesn't take care of it. Okay. So, if you guys remember, Parkins was having dinner with the Colonel. Parkins had, in fact, very little time for dressing. This is after his walk. When he met the Colonel at dinner, peace, or as much of her as the gentleman could manage, reigned once more in the military bosom. Nor was she put to fight in the hours of bridge that followed dinner, for Parkins was a more than respectable player. When, therefore, he retired towards 12 o'clock, he felt that he had spent his evening in quite a satisfactory way, and that, even for so long as a fortnight, or 3 weeks, life at the Globe would be supportable under similar conditions, especially, he thought, if I go on improving my game. As he went along the passages, he met the Boots of the Globe, who stopped and said, "Beg your pardon, sir, but I was brushing your coat just now. There was something fell out of the pocket. I put it on your chest of drawers, sir, in your room, sir. A piece of pipe or something of that, sir. Thank you, sir. You'll find it in your chest of drawers, sir. Yes, sir. Good night, sir." I want military boobs. The speech served to remind Parkins of his little discovery of that afternoon. It was with some considerable curiosity that he turned it over by the light of his candles. It was of bronze, he now saw, that was shaped very much after the manner of the modern dog whistle. In fact, it was. Yes, certainly it was. Actually, no. No more nor less than a whistle. He put it to his lips, but it was quite full of a fine, caked-up sand or earth, which would not yield to knocking, but must be loosened with a knife. Tidy as ever in his habits, Parkins cleared out the earth on a piece of paper and took the ladder to the window to empty it out. The night was clear and bright, as he saw when he had opened the casement, and he stopped for an instant to look at the sea and note a belated wanderer stationed on the shore in front of the inn. Then he shut the window, a little surprised at the late hour people kept at Burnstow, and took his whistle to the light again. Why? Surely there were marks on it, and not merely marks, but letters. A very little rubbing rendered the deeply cut inscriptions quite legible, but the professor had to confess, after some earnest thought, that the meaning of it was as obscure to him as the writing on the wall to Belshazzar. Belshazzar. Is that how you say that? There were legends on both the front and on the back of the whistle. This one read, FLA, FUR, BIS, FLE. The other, they look kind of like schwastististististis. Quis est isto venit? I ought to be able to make it out, he thought, but I suppose I am a little rusty in my Latin. When I come to think of it, I don't believe I even know the word for a whistle. The long one does seem simple enough. It ought to mean, who is this who is coming? Well, the best way to find out is evidently to whistle for him. He blew tentatively and stopped suddenly, startled and yet pleased at the note he had elicited. It had a quality of infinite distance in it, and, soft as it was, he somehow felt it must be audible for miles around. It was a sound, too, that seemed to have the power, which many scents possess, of forming pictures in the brain. He saw quite clearly for a moment a vision of a wide, dark expanse at night, with a fresh wind blowing, and in the midst a lonely figure. How employed, he could not tell. Perhaps he would have seen more had not the picture been broken by the sudden surge of a gust of wind against his casement, so sudden that it made him look up, just in time to see the white glint of a seabird's wing somewhere outside the dark panes. The sound of the whistle had so fascinated him that he could not help trying it once more, this time more boldly. The note was little, if at all louder than before, and repetition broke the illusion. No picture followed, as he had half hoped it might. But what is this? Goodness, what force the wind can get up in a few minutes. What a tremendous gust. There, I knew that window fastening was no use. Ah, I thought so, both candles out. It is enough to tear the room to pieces. The first thing was to get the window shut. Well, you might count 20. Parkins was struggling with the small casement and felt almost as if he were pushing back a sturdy burglar. So strong was the pressure. It slackened all at once, and the window banged to and latched itself. Now to relight the candles and see what damage, if any, had been done. No, nothing seemed amiss. No glass even was broken in the casement. But the noise had evidently roused at least one member of the household. The colonel was to be heard stumping in his stockinged feet on the floor above and growling. Quickly as it had risen, the wind did not fall at once. On it went, moaning and rushing past the house, at times rising to a cry so desolate that, as Perkins had disinterestedly said, it might have made fanciful people feel quite uncomfortable. Even the unimaginative, he thought, after a quarter of an hour, might be happier without it. Whether it was the wind, or the excitement of golf, or the researches in the preceptory that kept Perkins awake, he was not sure. Awake he remained in any case, long enough to fancy, and I am afraid I often do myself under such conditions, that he was the victim of all manner of fatal disorders. He would lie counting the beats of his heart, convinced that it was going to stop work every moment, and would entertain grave suspicions of his lungs, brain, liver, etc. Suspicions which he was sure would be dispelled by the return of daylight, but which, until then, refused to be put aside. So he was hypochondriac. Hypochondriac! He found a little vicarious comfort in the idea that someone else was in the same boat. A near neighbor, in the darkness it was not easy to tell his direction, was tossing and rustling in his bed too. The next stage was that Parkins shut his eyes and determined to give sleep every chance. Here again, overexcitement asserted itself in another form, that of making pictures. Expecto creed. Pictures do come to the closed eyes of one trying to sleep, and often his pictures are so little to his taste that he must open his eyes and disperse the images. Parkins' experience on this one occasion was a very distressing one. He found that the picture which presented itself to him was continuous. When he opened his eyes, of course, it went, but when he shut them once more, it framed itself afresh and acted itself out again, neither quicker nor slower than before. What he saw was this. A long stretch of shore, shingled edged by sand, and intersected at short intervals with black groins. Hi, Brandalorian. Welcome. This is Ghostly Tales, spine-chilling stories of the Victorian age. Anyway, sorry. Sorry. What were we talking about? Something about black groins.
You heard what I said? Go on now.
Clem. Okay, wait. I completely lost where I was. I said black groins and I completely lost where I was. Okay. Who wrote this particular one? I believe this is Written by M.R. James, whoever that is. I gotta find where I was. All right. Okay. A long stretch of shore, shingle edged by sand and intersected at short intervals with black groins running down to the water. A scene, in fact, so like that of his afternoon walk that, in the absence of any landmark, it could not be distinguished therefrom. The light was obscure, conveying an impression of gathering storm, late winter evening, and slight cold rain. On this bleak stage, at first, no actor was visible. Then, in the distance, a bobbing black object appeared. A moment more, and it was a man running, jumping, clambering over the groins, and every few seconds looking eagerly back. The nearer he came, the more obvious it was that he was not only anxious, but even terribly frightened, though his face was not to be distinguished. He was, moreover, almost at the end of his strength. On he came. Each successive obstacle seemed to cause him more difficulty than the last. Will he get over this next one, thought Parkins? It seems a little higher than the others. Yes, half climbing, half throwing himself, he did get over, and fell all in a heap on the other side, the side nearest to the spectator. There, as if really unable to get up again, he remained crouching under the groin, looking up in an attitude of painful anxiety. So far, no cause for whatever the fear of the runner had been shown, but now there began to be seen, far up the shore, a little flicker of something light-colored, moving to and fro with great swiftness and irregularity. Rapidly growing larger, it too declared itself a figure in pale, fluttering draperies, ill-defined. There was something about its motion which made Parkins very unwilling to see it at close quarters. It would stop, raise arms, bow itself towards the sand, then run, stooping across the beach to the water's edge and back again, and then, rising upright once more, continue its course forward at a speed that was startling and terrifying. The moment came when the pursuer was hovering about from left to right, only a few yards beyond the groin. I don't know if that's how you say that, by the way. Thanks. Hi, Timestamp Guy. Welcome to the stream. Where the runner lay in hiding. After 2 or 3 ineffectual castings, hither and thither it came to a stop, stood upright with arms raised high, and then darted straight forward towards the groin. It was at this point that Parkins always failed in his resolution to keep his eyes shut. With many misgivings as to an incipient failure of eyesight, overworked brain, excessive smoking, and so on, he finally resigned himself to light his candle, get out a book, and pass the night waking, rather than be tormented by this persistent panorama, which he saw clearly enough could only be a morbid reflection of his walk and his thoughts on that very day. The scraping of a match on box and the glare of light must have startled some creatures of the night, rats or whatnot, which he heard scurry across the floor from the side of his bed with much rustling. Dear, dear, the match is out. Fool that it is. But the second one burnt better, and a candle and book were duly procured, over which Parkins poured still sleep of a wholesome kind came upon him, and that in no long space. For about the first time in his orderly and prudent life, he forgot to blow out the candle, and when he was called next morning at 8, there was still a flicker in the socket and a sad mess of guttered grease on the top of the little table. After breakfast, he was in his room, putting the finishing touches to his golfing costume. Fortune had again allotted the colonel to him for a partner when one of the maids came in. "Oh, if you please," she said. "Would you like any extra blankets on your bed, sir?" "Ah, thank you," said Parkins. "Yes, I think I should like one. It seems likely to turn rather colder."
You in a bikini will make this less scary.
Franklin, thank you so much. Franklin, you're just seriously, thank you. Thank you. You're amazing. That is another orange boy. That's another orange boy. And we're literally just 15 away from Bikini. We are 15 away from Bikini. Frank, you are just such a gem. A bikini will make this less scary. We're at 185. Let's get less scary bikini reading. Less scary bikini reading. Then people can focus on the bobs and not the book. Bobs and books! Oh my God. I want to do a stream called Boobs and Books, but YouTube will never let me. They will never let me. I'm actually getting cold. You guys, I want to eat things. I think it might just be you, Putrid. Yeah, a creepy skull and bones. It's gonna, I'm trying to give everybody a bone.
Fuck yeah. Oh, wait, what'd I say?
RJP, no.
You're the best, Sha. Heart, heart, heart.
No, you're the best. You're the best. Oh my God. Seriously. Slosher, RJP, Franklin, Ravenclaw, lots more Franklin and RJPs, and backhands. Ja, you guys are seriously incredible. Thank you so much for keeping this streak. You guys kept the streak alive. You guys kept the streak alive. Oh my goodness. That's it. We made it. We made it. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. BRB. BRB, and we did it. Oh, heck. High Mills Garage. This one is perfect. This is the perfect bikini. I seriously want to thank you guys so much again. Slosher, Frank, RJP, Ravenclaw, a lot more RJP and Frank, and backhand. You guys like literally saved the goal tonight, or the streak. I really want to thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So here's the fit of the pirate bikini. The fit of the pirate bikini. Yee! It's a, Frank, I know, it almost fits. It almost fits. This is a fantastic fit. Thank you. Thank you. This is a size small for anyone who might be interested in getting this bikini. It's off Amazon. This is a size small. I am 5'3", 116 pounds currently, 32 triple D. And this is what it fits like. Yay! Seriously, thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Like amazing. I really appreciate all of you. I know. Frank, sometimes a small fits on the top. Sometimes maybe a medium would fit better. I don't really know. It's so hard to tell. It depends. Me sales just reached half full mast.
Fuck yeah.
Hi, Ancient One. Welcome. Also, y'all, hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button because, let's see, we are at 9,596 subscribers. We are literally just 4 subscribers away from 9,600. We are 4 subscribers away from 9,600. 600, which is only 400 subscribers away from 10,000. I really wanted to get there by the end of the year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. Hi, Nutmeat. Hi, Grim. Welcome. Okay, we got to finish this story. Again, RGP, thank you so much. Cat cow would be good. Yes, that is the next goal. We are 95 away from cat cow. And if anybody doesn't know what cat cow is, you might like it, I think, probably. My goal is to get you one that A, fits, and B, doesn't smell like a Chinese whorehouse. What if I want one that smells like a Chinese whorehouse? Hi, Neil Augusta. Welcome, Joe Tizio. What's up? Welcome. I don't know, Joe. That's a good question. I know that after a triple D, we go to a E, right? I think I could also wear a 32E. I think that's the same size. Yes, I would have a raccoon instead of a parrot. I would be the only pirate with a raccoon. I would be a raccoon pirate. Yes. Okay. Anyway, we're continuing. Oh my God. Did I tell you guys? Hey, Brian, you're still here. Thank you. Did I tell you guys that I saw a freaking porcupine for the first time? Holy shit, I've never seen a porcupine before. And I didn't really know anything about porcupines. Apparently, they're really... So we looked it up because we were like, what? Is that a porcupine? I've never seen one before. It was crawling out in, like, not our yard, but the outside of our apartment. And it was pouring rain. And this... Oh, yeah, they're a size E. I think bras go up to, like, size G and stuff. Yeah, they don't stop with Ds. They keep going. Bra sizes get very large. I had no idea. But anyway, so there was this little porcupine and he comes crawling out of the bushes. Oh my God, MA, I would train the raccoon to break into places and loot things. He would bring me treasures. He would be my treasure raccoon. My pirate name would be Captain Funbags. Captain Funbags. No, I know, Frank, you have no idea. It was pouring rain though, so like, but it took everything I had in me not to run down there. I filmed him. I'll put the video in Discord. Actually, it probably is too long for me to put it in Discord. Maybe I'll just post it in my stories or something. I don't know. It's so cute though. It's so cute. And it was like moving like this. It came out of the Captain Underbob. That works too. He came out of the bushes. He came out of the bushes crawling like this, and he was like soaking wet, and the poor thing looked so miserable. And he was just kind of like walking along so slow. He was so slow. Yeah, I guess I could just, yeah, you're right. I could just cut it down, right? Just clip a little piece and you guys could see him like walking along. He's so cute. And he was stopping randomly and picking things up and eating them. And we're like trying to figure out what he's eating. He's just picking stuff up off the ground. And then he goes over to this giant tree. I'm telling you, it was huge. And he starts climbing the tree. And he climbed up all the way to the top of the tree. And this is a tall ass tree. I had no goddamn straight, Joe Tizio. I had no idea that porcupines could climb trees. So we looked it up. It was indeed a porcupine. They eat bark and twigs and leaves, apparently. So that's why he's just picking up random. Imagine you could just walk outside and eat trees. We wouldn't have to worry about food, you know? Groundhogs come out when it's rainy because they are safer from raptors. Wait, what? I love groundhogs. They're so cute. Well, actually, yeah, no, I think they're little groundhogs. I think that's what they are. Or what are the other ones? Anyway, we've gophers. I see a bunch of those. They're always popping up. Adorable. Hi, Joe Dog. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, my friend. It is the weekend. We have made it. Thank you so much again to everybody who got me into a bikini. I love you guys. We do eat trees. We call them salads. We can imagine we could just go out and pick up a stick and eat it. Butthole son. Hi, Valo Sinterling. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if I said that right at all. I'm so jealous of you right now, Joe Dog. I've been craving one for, oh my God, and pizza. I just want to eat everything right now. Nuh-uh. You pet a groundhog? Frank, how did you get to pet a groundhog? How'd you get to pet a groundhog? I got so excited. How'd you get to pet the groundhog? They feel like a whisk broom? They're so cute. When did you do this? How did it happen? If we ate only plants, then you couldn't do a snack stream. I know, that's true. But my food bill would be much smaller. Much smaller. Yeah, I definitely am getting hungry. Like, I am getting hungry. So, hopefully on Monday I can start my reverse diet. I'm hoping to weigh in the 115s on Monday. That's the goal. I might just start it anyway. It just let me. I fed it a cookie. It was in New Jersey. Shut up. You just gave the groundhog a cookie and he was like, yeah, totally pet me. I'm going to be carrying cookies around with me everywhere. I'm also, first of all, Frank, we need to talk. We'll finish the story in a second, but we need to talk about these cookies that you sent because, oh boy. Franklin, speaking of diet, I'm getting dessert. Courtney, oh, please tell me, what are you getting? Are you getting a McFlurry? Steve, I love you. Thank you. We're working on it. I just want to get to 115 and then I'm going to start my reverse. I have worked into my calories eating like the last 2 days, eating a couple of cookies, like 2. Frank, look at this box. Look at this box of cookies. Look at how many cookies I have. I really do just want to pour them. Oh, hi, Zoom McCool. Okay. Joe Tizio. I've never seen that video, but for years, I drank the Joe Rogan kale shake. And I still drink a variation of it, but I switched out the kale for spinach because it's easier to drink. And I don't put the freaking garlic in it because it's nasty. Look at this box, Franks. Oh, I had a moon pie today and a cinnamon swirl bagel with cream cheese. Steve, I'm so jealous of you. Girl, you keep moving like that, and I'm going to have to drink a whole bottle of Captain Morgan to cleanse my filthy mind. Is it okay? Sorry. Did that help? Did that fix it? I know. They're meant for trick-or-treaters, and all the trick-or-treaters are going to be in my mouth. That didn't work. I know, right? I could give these out as little snack bags to all the heathens. Look at this. Look at all these cookies. Oh, God. So many bags of cookies. Franklin, you stop it. Panera cinnamon swirl bagels. Damn, they're good. Wait, Panera Bread has bagels? I haven't been to a Panera in a hot minute. Panera sounds nice. You know what I'm having tomorrow for lunch instead of oatmeal? I usually have oatmeal. I'm going to still have oatmeal tomorrow, but after dinner. Just a smaller portion of it. I'm going to have tuna on bread. I know that sounds weird. What's up, duders? Welcome, or dudders. I know how to read. Welcome to the stream. Right now, we're talking about cookies, but we are going to finish our story that we were reading soon. Hi, Mills Garage. Oh, these are the one. RJP, thank you so much. I'm working on it. I do want to I would like to lean out a little bit more. Although I am very, very happy with my progress. I'm literally sitting at 116 feels great, especially with the enlarged tatas. I mean, these have got to weigh an extra pound, I think, maybe altogether. I love a tuna sandwich. Thank you. Yes, I'm so happy that everybody. I'm like, I know it sounds kind of like white trashy, but I freaking love tuna sandwiches. I love them. So I'm gonna make an open faced tuna sandwich. I might make a tuna melt. Hi, Mills Garage. Hi, Arrows Andy. What's up? Hi, welcome. Arrows Andy, I think I do a lot of. Oh my God, did I tell you guys I got my hip thrust up to 240? Did I tell you guys I got my hip thrust up to 240? Yeah, ooh, tuna wraps are good too. You make Runa wraps. I like a good Runa wrap. It just sounds like you're saying, ah, yes, a Runa wrap. Sorry. RGP, you're such a sweetheart. Thank you. I feel like I'm close, but I'm my standards for myself are just like very, very high. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to just shove food into my face right now. I want to just shove everything into. I'm so hungry. And I'm sitting here holding the most giant box of Famous Amos, which, by the way, these cookies are still fucking S tier. It's been a while since I've had an original recipe Famous Amos, and they're so god dang good. They're so good. Hi, Jim. I used to think tuna sandwiches were a Scandinavian thing, but it turns out they originated in America. I believe that. That sounds like a Great Depression food. Like in Hawaii, the reason we all love Spam so freaking much is because it was popular during the war, and everyone started eating Spam, and it just became a staple food there, and we never gave it up. So we literally make Spam musubi. Like, you can go into a 7-Eleven, any convenience store, and they sell Spam musubis and manapuas, but Spam in particular, Spam eggs and rice. Like, we just love Spam there. I fucking love Spam. It's delicious. Joe, I know. I'm going to get myself into trouble one of these days joking about things. They are thick little cookies, aren't they, Steve? Ooh, I like a thick little cookie. Naughty little cookie. All right, sorry. I have to stop. Tuna casserole is the way you turn tuna into an unhealthy option. All right, so don't judge me, but I do like tuna casserole. But there's this thing that my dad used to make me and my sister when we were younger. And we both... Putrid, I hope not. Fingers crossed. These titties got to get me something. These titties got to carry me into some good shit, you know? Thank you, Steve. Yes. Yes. I love Spam with eggs. Ooh, I want to buy some Spam. I want to buy some Spam. Xia Stage Blood, a tub of those cookies, and gallons of almond milk, spicy Halloween serial killer video. That actually does sound fun. Okay, but when I was younger, when we were kids, my dad would make angel hair pasta with canned tuna and then just like grated melted cheddar cheese into it. And to this day, it's one of my favorite things. I love it. I love it. I have never, oh, okay, but I didn't see another one. I love that. And I want, like, I just, yeah. Oh, Gemma, that's what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. I'm making myself tuna salad, but I'm doing it with Greek yogurt instead of mayonnaise because obviously I have to do that right now. Also, I just don't like mayonnaise. And I do a little mustard, a little pickle juice, little chopped up pickles in there, sometimes a little celery, garlic, salt, pepper, and put it on toasted bread. Thanks, Billy. Thank you, Billy. Billy, I'm pretty much at my goal. I think I should be there by the end of October. And then as I reverse out, I should be to, I guess, like, I don't know, maybe 114, but we'll see. Frank, you should try Spam. You should really try Spam. It's so good. I think you would like it. I think you would like it. I'm trying to convince Nick to try it. One day he needs to try Spam. He actually got me. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, I think Spam gets a bad rap, but if you do it right, it is delightful. So hold on. I'm going to show you guys. Okay. Frank, no, I'm going to get him. He said he would try it. He got me a onigiri and musubi mold set. So I can make musubis and onigiri, which I also freaking love. They sell that everywhere in Hawaii too. Again, in Hawaii, very, very, very Asian. And so I grew up eating like more Japanese food and Asian food than really anything. But I'm so excited about this. I can't even tell you. I want to make some Spam. What I want to make is spam katsu musubis. That's my goal. I want to see if I can find a good recipe for spam katsu musubis. Putrid fetish, yeah, don't even worry about what it is. Don't worry about what it is. Don't worry about what's in it. It's delicious. You don't like Canadian bacon? Franklin, do you? I know. I am definitely Captain Underboob today. No, backhand. The Lego set that Rod sent was not at the P.O. box. But I did get the bat bikini. I got the bikini that Franklin sent. I got this little guy. He's flipping people off. He mad. He's so cute. And what else came in? Another toy for the spicy site. Yeah, it's breaded and fried spam with like a katsu sauce. MA, 11 years. It's been 11 years. I know. I am ashamed of myself. But anyway, I'm going to make me a little spam. Look, these are new little rice. I'm going to make some spam musubis. I'm going to make me some spam musubis. I want to make spam katsu, and then I can make like a regular spam. I can make ones with a little furikake in it, and then I could probably do ones also with egg. Oh, there's so many kinds. It's so good. Terra Crystal, thank you so much for that bikini. I love it. I'm planning on doing more stuff with that. I see your lips moving sound coming out, but I have no idea what the noises mean. I have some furikake too. Thank you, MA. Thank you. Okay, Billy, that is exactly what happened. It's funny that you mentioned that, but I ran in here. Nick was on the computer doing something. I ran in. Furikake, is that like a dick pic or something?
Fuck yeah.
Every time I say furikake, Nick says bless you. Every single time. No, Fright Club, I never saw Monty Python, but I bet a lot of people. I bet a lot. I know. I need to watch it. I know it's a musical, but maybe I would enjoy it because again, I did really like Book of Mormon. It was hilarious. Kyle, what's up? Welcome back. I was talking about spam. I love spam. Kyle, what did you get to eat? Steve, I'm going to wait and watch the whole movie. I know I need to. It's one of those that is just like such a classic that I need to get it together to actually watch it. I am a real pirate, Anthony. I am. I do think I would enjoy it. My pirate crew is Smithers and Snee. Oh, from the show. There was a show? Wait, there's a Monty Python show? I thought they were just movies. I would have to mute myself. I try not to watch stuff on stream because no, I don't need a reminder for the taxes. Oh, you motherfuckers. Sorry. What was I saying? I got a Zia, please. What was I talking about? Oh, because I have to turn the sound off. Oh, what did my sister send me? They had a show in the UK. Oh, I mean, Billy, what you would think it was. I squealed and ran in to show Nick what it was, the raccoon, and he was like, oh my God. He was like, oh my God, really? Seriously? All right, you guys, we did get a new subscriber. Flying Circus. Wait, it was a TV show first? Then they made the movies? Yeah, everybody talks about Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I didn't know there was other ones. 9,597. We're just 3 away. No, I haven't seen the Puppet Treasure Island. I was talking about that. Ashley. Hi, Ashley. You made it to the stream. Can you watch the show anywhere here? Ashley, no, you made it. Hello. Ashley, I want to see pictures of your decorating for the spooky season. I want to see. What's Life of Brian? I don't know any of these things. I'm sorry. I don't know any of them. But I will watch it later. I will watch the spam skit later. I do love spam. Sigh kids. How dare you? We haven't done a party cheek in a while. The cheeks are partying. Okay. We're doing a little party cheek. We'll do a little party cheek. A little party cheek. Thank you. Thank you, Kyle. I'm so glad I'm not alone here. Fried spam is delicious. Slosher already. I decorated a week and a half ago. It was definitely over a week ago. Don't judge me. Life of Brian is a movie about the life of the guy who was born next door to Christ. Movie is hilarious. That actually does sound funny. Frank.
Go on now.
Hi, Robry. Welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. Oh, it's another Monty Python movie. Okay, gotcha. How many I had no idea they even had a show. How many movies are there? Kyle, I would be driving my happy ass over to Minnesota and getting me some spams. Yes, I want to see your decorations. Hi, James Wood. Not Woods. Wood. One. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. What are we talking about? Thank you, Robry. Hi, welcome to the stream. Happy Tuesday. It's Friday. I know what day it is. I know how to. Also, yes, I'm happy. We got to finish our story. September and October is spooky season. Then November 1st is Christmas. I try my best. Actually, I'm not judging you in the slightest. You put up those Christmas decorations as soon as you possibly can. As soon as your little heart desires. But I do wait until after Thanksgiving. I try. Last time I got my Christmas tree too early and it died. I'm glad the other cheek is loosened up and is partying now also. I know, RJP. It took a long time. Right cheek had to, like, party cheek had to really, really be a bad influence on, like, frigid cheek, you know? Wait, Frank, your sister was born on No, Robry, no. Robry, no. I love Halloween. Frank, your sister was really born on Halloween? Damn, that's an awesome birthday. Does she like it or does she hate it because she has to, like, share it with a Halloween? I guess having your birthday on any holiday kind of sucks, no matter what. Because there's always, somebody has other plans. Post it in Discord. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. We look at pictures. I want to see. Oh, let's go back to the, okay. Well, or we'll just do that. Ashley, it looks so good. Oh my God, I love it. Ashley, did you go to Walmart? Because I went to Walmart and went not totally cray-cray, but like just a little cray-cray. They had some good stuff, and a couple of those things there looked like some stuff I saw at Walmart. They had some good decorations. Yeah. Oh, she liked it. Oh, good for her. She could eat the candies. Don't hate it, but indifferent. Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, if you're indifferent to it. I was going to say if you hate it. I mean, it's full of candy. Hi, Alan R. Welcome to the stream. Dollar Tree? Shit, I'm going to the Dollar Tree. That was some good stuff. Oh, my God. I'm going to get my happy ass to the Dollar Tree. Thanksgiving I enjoy, although I don't really see it so much as like a big, not like a big holiday movie, holiday. It is a holiday, but it doesn't feel the same as like a Christmas or a Halloween does. I freaking love Halloween and I freaking love Christmas. I love holidays in general. Thanksgiving, although I do really enjoy it, it's mostly just a day where I eat. I'm like, I can eat as much pie as I can fit into my little belly. I have a little pie baby and I'm happy. Some you had already. It's really cute, Ashley. I love how it came out. Yeah. Oh my God, Steve, that's another thing that you kind of miss about Thanksgiving. Halloween, right, is going trick-or-treating and bringing home your giant bag of candy, dumping it out on the floor, going through everything. I don't know if you had siblings, but we would trade like stuff that I liked and my sister liked. She'd be like, I'll give you this for this. hoarding all of the best candies, all the Reese's and Snickers. I'd like put those aside because like those were the best ones. Oh, Frank, you know, sometimes it's nice to decorate for the holidays just because, I don't know, it like brings a sense of nostalgia. It kind of, at least for me, I don't know if you would feel this way. Maybe you're like, fuck, this is way too much effort for something so stupid. But it kind of, in a weird way, takes you back to being younger, I guess. Like, I feel those kid feelings again when dressing up was exciting, getting candy was exciting. Dirty Heathens, hey, John Roberts, you made it. Hi, John Roberts and the raccoons. You are forgiven. I could never be upset at raccoons or you. Welcome. And how are you? Oh my God, John Roberts, I was talking about this earlier. I saw not a raccoon, but a porcupine. Goddamn adorable. Oh my God, Steve, my dad just would come in and raid our candy. He didn't care how fast we ate it. He would just eat it with us. I miss melting the tip of a shaving cream can and spraying it all over the neighborhood. See, that sounds fun too. Hi, Daniel Cantu. Welcome to the stream. Yes, discount Halloween candy, fun costumes. I agree. Young is too far in the past for me. Franklin, you always make it sound like you're 100. No. Nuh-uh. Did razor blades and candy bars actually happen? Because I feel like I've seen people post about that where they're like, we were scared of nothing. It never actually happened. Did it? Kyle, you know what? It's hard to tell. I'm not even quite at 3 weeks yet. Apparently 4 to 6 weeks is how long it takes to like really feel the effects of it. I feel like I have more energy some days. Some days I'm still ungodly tired. So I don't know. But again, like I was really tired today, but it makes sense because I didn't sleep great. Urban myth, that's what I thought. You got in a fight on Halloween when you were 15? Frank, what happened? Oh my God, Steve. I never got apples, but I have totally been given those stupid little boxes of raisins. And it probably doesn't help with the reason I hate raisins now. Seriously. Wait, Frank, what? What did I say? What? No. Oh, yeah, no. Apples. Don't give out apples. Don't ever do that. Old wives' tale, suburban myth. It did happen once or twice, then created copycats, then became urban myth. Yeah, I guess if it happens once or twice and like all of the trick-or-treating, that's not really enough for it to be. I mean, I guess you should still check your candy, but what did I dress for? I usually dressed up as like a fairy or something for Halloween. I loved being fairies. I loved fairies. Oh, 4 to 6 weeks to start showing. I meant to start working. Ah, it's based on a story of a guy poisoning his child's candy, if I remember it correctly. Jesus. Same place that drugged candy came from. Yeah, that I remember. No. John Roberts, no, I'm not. I was literally, me and some friend egged a czar, and the guy got guys in it. God damn. Oh, car. Jesus Christ. I can't read. I'm trying to read you guys a story. I can't even read your chats. Friend egged a car and the guy in it got out and chased us down. How bad was the fight? Did he actually beat you up? All the news stations at the time made a big deal out of it. I'm not surprised. That sounds like something news stations would do. I'm not. There's nothing in here. I was talking about my thyroid meds. It's hard to tell because they don't really start working too much. Like you don't start feeling the full effects of them for 4 to 6 weeks. But it does seem like I have more energy than I used to. Like I used to just be really tired all the time. Now I'm like more tired when it makes sense, but I've had days where I'm also just like really, really exhausted. My bloating seems to be getting better, which I know it's a weird one, but I would get like really, really bloated and very like I would a lot of water retention. I said I got in a fight, not beaten up. Wait, so you kicked his ass? Frank is like, I just pummeled this. Dude, so was it a grown man that came out after you guys and you just were like, fuck you? Fright Club. But yeah, no, I was talking about my thyroid meds. Monday will be 3 weeks officially. And then I'm just going to wait. I guess I'm just going to keep taking it and hope it gets better and better. Fingers crossed, right? So far, I haven't had any side effects, which is good. My only side effect has been increased anxiety, but that could just be me having anxiety. My heart rate has been the same, so that's good. Yeah, we're just waiting to see. Just waiting to see. Fingers crossed. You know what I did, Frank? I've never egged a car before that was driving by, but when my cousins and I were kids, we would take smoke bombs and throw them in the back of people's trucks. Pickup trucks, you know, like we weren't throwing them in their car or whatever. But one guy did stop and we hid in the bushes. He couldn't find us. He got out and was like looking around. Oh, I don't understand why Rumbles keeps doing that to you, Kyle. Sorry. He was 3 years older. Oh, so he was young too. He was like 18. It was kind of a tie. We went punch for punch until it got broken up. He said he had a knife, but I never saw it. Oh, yeah, he was just messing with you. He was like, I got a knife. He was trying to be a tough guy. Yeah, I never TP'd anyone's house either. That seems like it would be a fun thing to do when you're young, right? I never did it. John Roberts, thank you so much. That was actually really sweet. That was actually so sweet. You know, I would consider it John Roberts if I wasn't doing what I was doing for a living. I just like don't know how I'd make it work at this point. But never say never for the future, I guess, right? He has a knife at home. He's like, I got one at home. I'll go get it. Older kids back in the day tried spraying us with piss and a fire extinguisher. I didn't even know you could do that. Hid around the next block to egg the car and took the extinguisher and sprayed everyone in the car. Great time. Hair and mohawks. Yeah. I kind of feel like we're losing some of the magic of living in the real world. You know? Shaving cream mohawks. Sock full of flour? Like thrown a sock of flour at people? Is that a thing? Yeah, I've never egged anything either, MA, or TP'd anything. Just smoke bombs in the back of the car. That's kind of been the most like mischievous little thing that I've done. Other than that, not really. I'm trying to think. I didn't really do anything like that. I was a relatively good girl. I was a relatively good one. You guys, should we finish the story? Where are we at? We only have like 7-ish more pages to go. 7 or 8. I know, you can't throw eggs at cars anymore. Or do we want to save it for the next streamer? Is that crazy? Let's finish it. Wait, you could throw eggs and then a sock of flour? Oh, the car egged you first. Yeah, you got to get him back. MA, probably not a super smart thing. Probably not a super smart thing that we did. Oh my God. Yeah. Tide Pod challenge. So dumb. No, that's crazy. Don't leave us hanging. Okay, let's do it. Tara Crystal was loving it also. All right. So it was at this point that Parkins always failed in his resolution to keep his eyes shut. Oh no, I already read that part. Let's see. The scraping of, okay, he was reading, blah, blah, blah. After breakfast, he was in his room putting the finishing touches to his golfing costume. Fortune had again allotted the Colonel to him for a partner when one of the maids came in. Oh, if you please, she said, would you like any extra blankets on your bed, sir? Ah, thank you, said Parkins. Yes, I should like one. It seems likely to turn rather colder. In a very short time, the maid was back with the blanket. Which bed shall I put it on, sir? What? Why that one? The one I slept on last night, he said, pointing to it. Oh, yes, I beg your pardon, sir, but you seem to have tried both of them, leastways. We had to make 'em both up this morning. Really? How very absurd, said Parkins. I certainly never touched the other except to lay some things on it. Did it actually seem to have been slept in? Oh, yes, sir, said the maid. Why, all the things were crumpled and thrown about, all ways, if you'll excuse me, sir, quite as if anyone hadn't passed but a very poor night, sir. Oh, she's like real. Hadn't passed but a very poor night, sir. Dear me, said Parkins. Well, I may have disordered it more than I thought when I unpacked my things. I am very sorry to have given you the extra trouble, I'm sure. I expect a friend of mine soon, by the way, a gentleman from Cambridge, to come and occupy it for a night or two. That will be all right, I suppose, won't it? Oh, yes, to be sure, sir. Thank you, sir. It's no trouble, I'm sure, said the maid, and departed to giggle with her colleagues. Parkins set forth with a stern determination to improve his game. I'm glad to be able to report that he succeeded so far in his enterprise that the colonel, who had been rather repining at the prospect of a second day's play in his company, became quite chatty in the morning advanced, and his voice boomed out over the flats, as certain also of our own minor poets have said, like some great bourdon in the Minster Tower. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Extraordinary wind that we had last night, he said. In my old home we should have said someone had been whistling for it. Should you indeed, said Perkins. Is there a superstition of that kind still current in your part of the country? I don't know about superstition, said the colonel. They believe in it all over Denmark and Norway, as well as on the Yorkshire coast. And my experience is, mind you, that there's generally something at the bottom of these country folk at the bottom of what these country folk hold to and have been held to for generations. But it's your drive, or whatever it might have been. The golfing reader will have to imagine appropriate digressions at this proper intervals. When conversation was resumed, Parkins said with slight hesitancy, Apropos of what you're saying now, Colonel, I think I ought to tell you that my own views on such subjects are very strong. I am, in fact, a convinced disbeliever in what is called the supernatural. What? Said the colonel. Do you mean to tell me that you don't believe in second sight or ghosts or anything of the kind? In nothing whatever of the kind, returns Parkins firmly. Well, said the colonel, but it appears to me at that rate, sir, that you must be a little better than a Sadducee? I don't know what that is. Parkins was on the point of answering that, in his opinion, the Sadducees were the most sensible persons that he had ever read of the Old Testament. But feeling some doubt as to whether much mention of them was to be found in that work, he preferred to laugh the accusation off. Perhaps I am, he said, but here, give me my cleek, boy. Excuse me one moment, Colonel. A short interval. Now, as to whistling for the wind, let me give you my theory about it. The laws which govern winds are really not at all perfectly known. To fisherfolk and such, of course, not known at all. A man or woman of eccentric habits, perhaps, or a stranger, is seen repeatedly on the beach at some unusual hour, and is heard whistling. Soon afterwards, a violent wind rises. A man who could read the sky perfectly, or who possessed a barometer, could have foretold that it would. The simple people of a fishing village have no barometers, and only a few rough rules for prophesying weather. What more natural than that of the eccentric personage I postulated should be regarded as having raised the wind, or that he or she should clutch eagerly at the reputation of being able to do so. Now, take last night's wind. As it happened, I myself was whistling. I blew a whistle twice, and the wind seemed to come absolutely in to answer my call. If anyone had seen me, the audience had been a little restive under this harangue, as Parkins had, I fear, fallen somewhat into the stone of a lecturer. But at the last sentence, the colonel stopped. Whistling, were you? He said. And what sort of whistle did you use? Play this stroke first. Interval. Okay, this is golfing. About that whistle you were asking, Colonel, it's a rather curious one. I have it in my... No, I see I've left it in my room. As a matter of fact, I found it yesterday. And then Parkins narrated the manner of his discovery of the whistle, upon hearing which the colonel grunted, and opined that, in Parkins' place, he should himself be careful about using a thing that had belonged to a set of papists, of whom, speaking generally, it might be affirmed that you never knew that they might not have been up to. From this topic, he diverged to the enormities of the vicar, who had given notice on the previous Sunday that Friday would be the feast of St. Thomas the Apostle, and that there would be a service at 11 o'clock in the church. This and other similar proceedings constituted, in the colonel's view, a strong presumption that the vicar was a concealed papist, if not a Jesuit. I don't know what that is. And Parkins, who could not very readily follow the colonel in this region, did not disagree with him. In fact, they got on so well together in the morning that there was not talk on either side of their separating after lunch. I was quite disordered and rather strict, sir. Both continued to play well during the afternoon, or at least... Yeah. Steve, what is that? Papist, long A, papist. Okay, papist. What's a Jesuit? What's a Jesuit and a papist? I know very little about religion. Very little. As soon as it's like religious stuff, I was like, I don't know. Hi, what's up? Actually, I want to see pictures when you do it tomorrow. All right. Both continued. Jesuit, a member of the Society of Jesus. Okay, a Roman Catholic order of priests founded by Saint Ignatius Loyola. Types of Catholicism. Jesus Christ. Saint Francis Xavier and others in 1534 to do missionary work. Look at that. Wait, why? Ashley, why did you have to throw the puzzle away? They're a Catholic order. All right. Hey, Russell, I'm learning things. Mellowed out stoner Spanish Inquisition. Sounds fun. What's up, Not Too Confusing? Welcome to the stream. Yes, the John Benet Ramsey is out. Hell yeah. If you guys are subscribed to thank you, RJP. If you guys are subscribed to Gas Digital, that is out currently. Now, Brooklyn ate a bunch. Oh my God. She is so cute. She's such a terror. She ate them. Oh, I'm sorry. No. She's like, Mom, you're not paying attention to me. I have to eat this. Oh, yeah, you have to do them on your higher dining room table. Somewhere that Brooklyn cannot reach them because apparently she will eat them. It was so cute, Ashley. I'm so sorry. Bad Brooklyn. You're very cute, but bad Brooklyn. Okay, let's see. Both continued to play well during the afternoon, or at least well enough to make them forget everything else until the light began to fail them. Not until then did Parkins remember that he had meant to do some more investigating at the preceptory, but it was of no great importance, he reflected. One day was as good as another. He might as well go home with the colonel. As they turned the corner of the house, the colonel was almost knocked down by a boy who rushed into him at the very top of his speed, and then, instead of running away, remained hanging on to him and panting. The first words of the warrior were naturally those of reproof and objurgation, but he very quickly discerned that the boy was almost speechless with fright. Inquiries were useless at first. When the boy got his breath, he began to howl and still clung to the colonel's legs. He was at last detached, but continued to howl. Uh-oh. Messed up my book. What in the world is the matter with you? What have you been up to? What have you seen? Said the two men. Oi, I seen it whiff me out of the window, wailed the boy, and I don't like it. What window? Said the irritated colonel. Come, pull yourself together, my boy. The front window it was, at the hotel, said the boy. This is how it's written, by the way. At this point, Parkins was in favor of sending the boy home, but the colonel refused. He wanted to get to the bottom of it, he said. It was most dangerous to give a boy such a fright as this one had. And if it turned out that people had been playing jokes, they should suffer for it in some way. And by a series of questions, he made out the story. The boy had been playing about on the grass in front of the globe with some others, and they had gone home to their teas. And he was just going when it happened to look up at the front window and see it a-wiving at him. It seemed to be a figure of some sort, and white as far as he knew. Couldn't see its face. But it wived at him. I'm assuming they mean waved. And it weren't a right thing. Not to say not a right person. Was there a light in the room? No, he didn't think to look if there was a light. Which was the window? Was it on top or on the second one? The second one, it was. The big window, what got two little ones at the sides. That's how he talks. The front window it was. Very well, my boy, said the colonel after a few more questions. You run away home now. I expect it was some person trying to give you a start. Another time, like a brave English boy, you should just throw a stone. Well, no, not that exactly. But you go and speak to the waiter or to Mr. Simpson, the landlord. And yes, and say that I advise you to do so. The boy's face expressed some of the doubt he felt as to the likelihood of Mr. Simpson lending a favorable ear to his complaint. But the colonel did not appear to perceive this, and went on, and here's a sixpence. No, I see it's a shilling, and you be off home, and don't think any more about it. The youth hurried off with agitated thanks, and the colonel and Parkins went round to the front of the globe and reconnoitred? You guys know that word? Reconnoitred? Anyway, reconnoitred. I'm learning new words here too. There was only one window answering to the description they had been hearing. Well, that's curious, said Parkins. It's evidently my window the lad was talking about. Will you come up for a moment, Colonel Wilson? We ought to be able to see if anyone has been taking liberties in my room. They were soon in the passage. It's a big word. I don't know that word. We should look it up. Let's look it up. Reconnoitred. Yeah. I think it's that, guys. Reconned. Oh, is that what reconned is short for? I've never heard. I thought it was reconnaissance. Let's see. It means to scout out. Yeah, I've never heard it said like that. Reconnoitred. I'm learning words. Make a military observation. I thought that was reconnaissance the whole time. Look at that. I learned. Past reconnoitered. Make a military observation of a region. Look at that. Learning things. Yeah, oh, everybody just says reconned. I've never actually heard the word. All right. Anyway, moving on. Dun, 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 dun. They were soon in the passage, and Parkins made as if to open the door. Then he stopped and felt in his pockets. This is more serious than I thought, was his next remark. I remember now that before I started this morning, I locked the door. It is locked now, and what is more, here's the key. He held it up. Now, he went on, if the servants are in the habit of going into one's room during the day when one is away, I can only say that, well, I don't approve of it at all. Conscious of a somewhat weak climax, he busied himself in opening the door, which was indeed locked, in lighting candles. No, he said, nothing seems disturbed. Except your bed, put in the colonel. Excuse me, that isn't my bed, said Parkins. I don't use that one, but it does look as if someone has been playing tricks with it. It certainly did. The clothes were bundled up and twisted together in a most tortuous confusion. Tortuous confusion. Parkins pondered. That must be it, he said at last. I disordered the clothes last night in unpacking, and they haven't made it since. Perhaps they came in to make it, and the boy saw them through the window, and then they were called away and locked the door after them. Yes, I think that must be it. Well, ring and ask, said the colonel, and this appealed to Parkins as practical. The maid appeared, and, to make a long story short, deposed that she had made the bed in the morning when the gentleman was in the room, and hadn't been in there since. No, she had no other key. Mr. Simpson, he kept the keys. He'd be able to tell the gentleman if anyone had been up. This was a puzzle. Investigation showed that nothing of value had been taken, and Parkins remembered the disposition of the small objects on the tables and so forth well enough to be pretty sure that no pranks had been played with them. Mr. and Mrs. Simpson furthermore agreed that neither of them had given the duplicate key of the room to any other person whatever during the day. Nor could Perkins, fair-minded man as he was, detect anything in the demeanor of master, mistress, or maid that indicated guilt. He was much more inclined to think that the boy had been imposing on the colonel. The latter was unwontedly silenced and pensive at dinner and throughout the evening. When he bade good night to Parkins, he murmured in a gruff undertone, "You know where I am if you want me during the night." "Why, thank you. Yes, Colonel Wilson. I think I do, but there isn't much prospect of my disturbing you, I hope. By the way," he added, "did I show you that old whistle I spoke of? I think not. Well, here it is." The colonel turned it over gingerly in the light of the candle. "Can you make anything of the inscription?" asked Parkins as he took it back. "No, not in this light. What do you mean to do with it?" "Oh, well, when I get back to Cambridge, I shall submit it to some of the archaeologists there, and see what they think of it, and very likely, if they consider it worth having, I may present it to one of the museums." Said the colonel. "Well, you might be right. All I know is that, if it were mine, I should chuck it straight into the sea. It's no use talking, I'm well aware, but I expect that with you it's a case of live and learn. I hope so, I'm sure, and I wish you a good night. He turned away, leaving Perkins to enact to speak at the bottom of the stair as soon as each was in his own bedroom. By some unfortunate incident, there were neither blinds nor curtains to the windows of the professor's room. The previous night, he had thought little of this, but tonight there seemed to be every prospect of a bright moon rising to shine directly on his bed, and probably wake him later on. When he noticed that he was a good deal annoyed, but with an ingenuity which I can only envy, he succeeded in rigging up, with the help of a railway rug, some safety pins, and a stick and umbrella, a screen which, if it had only held together, would completely keep the moonlight off his bed, and shortly afterward he was comfortably in that bed. When he had read a somewhat solid work long enough to produce a decided wish to sleep, he cast a drowsy glance round the room, blew out the candle, and fell back upon the pillow. He must have slept soundly for an hour or so, when a sudden clatter shook him up in a most unwelcome manner. In a moment he realized what had happened. His carefully constructed screen had given way, and a very bright frosty moon was shining directly in his face. This was highly annoying. Could he possibly get up and reconstruct the screen, or could he manage to sleep if he did not? For some minutes he lay and pondered over all the possibilities. Then he turned over sharply, and with his eyes open lay breathlessly listening. There had been movement, he was sure, in the empty bed on the opposite side of the room. Tomorrow he would have it moved, for there must be rats or something playing about in it. It was quiet now. No, the commotion began again. There was a rustling and shaking, surely more than any rat could cause. I can figure to myself something of the professor's bewilderment and horror, for I have in my dream 30 years back seen the same thing happen, but the reader will hardly perhaps imagine how dreadful it was to see a figure suddenly sit up in what he had known was an empty bed. He was out of his own bed in one bound and made a dash towards the window, where lay his only weapon, a stick with which he had propped his screen. This was, as it turned out, the worst thing he could have done, because the personage in the empty bed, with a sudden smooth motion, slipped from the bed and took up a position with outspread arms between the two beds and the front door. Parkins watched it in a horrid perplexity. Somehow, the idea of getting past it and escaping through the door was intolerable to him. He could not have borne, he did not know why, to touch it. And as for its touching him, he would sooner dash himself through the window than have that happen. It stood for a moment in a band of dark shadow, and he had not seen what its face was like. Now it began to move, in a stooping posture, and all at once the spectator realized, with some horror and some relief, that it must be blind, for it seemed to feel about with its muffled arms in a groping and random fashion. Turning halfway from him, it suddenly became conscious of the bed he had just left, and darted towards it, and bent and felt over the pillows in a way which made Parkins shudder, as he had never in his life thought it possible. In a very few moments it seemed to know that the bed was empty, and then, moving forward into the area of light and facing the window, it showed for the first time what manner of thing it was. Parkins, who very much dislikes being questioned about it, did once describe something of it in my hearing, and I gathered that while he chiefly remembered about its horrible and intensely horrible face of crumpled linen, what expression he read upon it he could not or would not tell, but that the fear of it went nigh to maddening him is certain. But he was not at leisure to watch it for long. With formidable quickness, it moved into the middle of the room, and, as it groped and waved, one corner of its draperies swept across Parkins' face. He could not, though he knew how perilous a sound was, he could not keep back a cry of disgust, and he gave the searcher an instant clue. It leapt towards him upon the instant, and the next moment he was halfway through the window backwards, uttering cry upon cry at the utmost pitch of his voice, and the linen face was thrust close to his own. At this, almost the last possible second, deliverance came. As you will have guessed, the colonel burst open the door and was just in time to see the dreadful group at the window. When he reached the figures, only one was left. Parkins sank forward into the room in a faint, and before him on the floor lay a tumbled heap of bedclothes. Colonel Wilson asked no questions, but busied himself in keeping everyone else out of the room and in getting Parkins back into his bed, and himself, wrapped on a rug, occupied the other bed for the rest of the night. Early on the next day, Rogers arrived, more welcome than he would have been a day before, and the three of them held a very long consultation in the professor's room. At the end of it, the colonel left the hotel carrying out a small object between his fingers and his thumb, which he cast as far into the sea as a very brawny man could send it. Later on, the smoke of a burning ascended from the back premises of the Globe. Exactly what explanation was patched up from the staff and visitors at the hotel, I must confess I did not recollect. Did not recollect. I was like, recollect? That's not right. The professor was somehow cleared of the ready suspicion of delirium tremens, and the hotel of the reputation of a troubled house. There is not so much question as to what would have happened to Parkins if the colonel had not intervened when he did. He would either have fallen out of the window or else lost his wits. But it is not so evident what more the creature that came in to answer the whistle could have done than frighten. There seemed to be absolutely nothing material about it, save the bedclothes, of which it had made itself a body. The colonel, who remembered a not very dissimilar occurrence in India, was of the opinion that if Parkins had closed with it, it could really have done very little, and that its one power was that of frightening. The whole thing, he said, served to confirm his opinion of the Church of Rome. There really is nothing more to tell, but as you may imagine, the professor's views on certain points are less clear-cut than they used to be. His nerves, too, have suffered. He cannot even now see a surplice hanging on a door quite unmoved, and the spectacle of a scarecrow in a field late on a winter afternoon has cost him more than one sleepless night. And that's the end of the story. Hey, what's up, K-Max? Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend. We finished a spooky, yeah, me neither. Not too confusing. Never knew it had a twist at the end of recon. I always thought that recon stand for reconnaissance. Don't know why I thought that. Oh, Rod was here? Is he gone? You're welcome, Tara Crystal. Did he leave? He said hi. Hi, Rod. Bye, Rod. Hi, K-Max. Welcome to the stream. Guys, we finished the stream. Rod said hi and bye. All right. Well, hi, bye, Rod. Dang it. I was like, I'm going to finish this story. We're so close. And now it is bedtime for Zia and for everybody, especially because that I know bye, Putrid. I know Franklin has to probably get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning because he has to go to work. However, before I end the stream, huge thank you to Slosher, RJP, Franklin, Ravenclaw, and Backhand. You guys kept the streak alive tonight. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. 5, I had a feeling. I knew it. Bedtime for all of us. I hope for the people that don't have to work tomorrow, you have an amazing weekend. And for the people that do have to work, I hope it goes by quickly for you. And you can just, it's another form of the same word. Oh, I didn't know that. Look at that. I'm learning things. I'm learning things by reading old Victorian English. Maybe I should finish that book. I'll learn more words. I'll learn more words so I can convince people that I actually know how to read. Yeah, seriously, thank you so much to everybody who donated and kept the stream alive. Thank you to everybody, streak alive, excuse me. Thank you to everybody who watched, liked, subscribed, chatted, all of the things that support me. I really appreciate it so much. I love you guys. Thank you. I hope you guys have an amazing night, and you get 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep, or 5.5, wherever we're at, 6.5. Wow. Oh my goodness. Frank, please get some sleep. Goodness gracious. Overnights suck. I'm sorry. All right. I hope you get some sleep and I hope you get some rest. John Roberts, Tuxter, thank you so much. Dang, overnights. Oh, yay. Okay. Yeah, Franklin, you need sleep and rest. Okay. Good night, everybody. Good night. I love you all. I'm going to shame him into trying it. Shame him. Good night, Steven. Good night, you guys. I love you all. Have an amazing evening. I will be back. No, tomorrow. Frank, are you really making coffee right now? Oh my God. Franklin, you're hilarious. You could probably drink it and just go right to sleep though. You probably make a cup of coffee and then just lie down and you're like, all right. Anyway, what are we talking about? Sorry, I get so distracted so easily. Oh, spicy stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. Spicy stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern. I knew it, Frank. I can do the same thing. I can drink caffeine and just go to sleep. It's ridiculous. But anyway, my point is get lots of sleep. I love you all. Get as much rest as you can this weekend for anyone who is working. If you're not working, have a wonderful, joyous weekend. Where's this lump on my leg? And I will see you tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern on the Spicy site for anyone who's over there. And then Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the snack stream. And I'll, hold on. See you tomorrow.